Hi, my name is Alice Wheaton. Thank you for joining me in the video series, Double Your Income and Then Double It Again. We're going to be talking today about something that I'm passionate about, which is building strengths. Now, there's a lot of books out that talks about using your strengths, but ignoring your weaknesses. It's not that they want you to ignore your weaknesses, it's just that they want you to work with your strengths. Well, that's not been my experience. For me, what I've noticed is that as soon as I can identify a weakness, then I put steps into place to turn that weakness into a strength. And the number one weakness of salespeople, of course, is cold calling. Now, when I do executive coaching with high-level salespeople, oftentimes they will tell me that that is the number one mistake they have. What happens is that they are able to do strategic planning, they're able to have high-level contacts, they're able to negotiate, but when it comes time to add to their roster, to increase their number of prospects into the funnel, even top performers are afraid. So that's a weakness that salespeople need to overcome to be truly, truly big game hunters and closers. And so if they cannot get new prospects, eventually by attrition, they're going to be back down to a lower level performing sales rep. It's just as simple as that. Because there's mergers and acquisitions and clients go out of business, what are you going to do? Except hope. So those salespeople hope that the phone will ring. And so as soon as you can change the fear of cold calling into even the willingness to cold call, you still may have the fear of it, the willingness to cold call, then you move forward. And maybe the next fear is that you don't know how to negotiate. You don't know how to pre-contract. And we've talked about pre-contracting in another video. Pre-contracting is when you set up a series of expectations that your clients agree to long before the big close, as it were. And so then this might be pre-contracting. And so then once you've got that, then you're able to work with more clients. You're able to work with diverse levels within the same organization because you can ask to go see them to get their opinion about your product or service. And then you might want to know how to strategically plan with the client. The client, you may have heard that they're going on a strategic planning weekend. Now the game is even greater, and you might want to invest yourself into their process and say, you know what? I believe that the work we do together deserves 1 hour at your strategic planning session. And so I'd like to come and present for 1 hour about the work we do and out the 6 kinds of impact that's going to have in your organization. One of the things that's happening in a new field that's emerging right now is mission critical centers, data centers. Well, what if someone's an extremely experienced in that, and there's an operational meeting for a large organization, such as a bank, and you know that that's happening, but you don't know how to ask for what you want, and you don't know how to position it strategically so that the client will say yes. Then you're left hoping again. And so you can see how when it comes to being a when it comes to being a salesperson, understanding what your weaknesses are, learning how to either overcome them or mitigate them, is one of the attributes of big game hunters and closers. Big game hunters and closers are no more perfect than any other salespeople. They have the weaknesses, they have their strengths, but by golly, they're not about to let their weaknesses take them down. And so every single strength can be leveraged, and it can and overturned, and we don't have to do it all at once. We just have to do 1%. So thank you for being with me, and happy selling. See you next time.